Hello guys, this is Sam Presto from Sam Presto Films. For you to have a very good editing system, a lot of things need to be in place, like a very high processor, a very high graphics card from 4 gig, 6 gig and even 12 gig, and a very high RAM. These days I think 16 gig is even basis, from 32, 64 and even 128 gig. But nevertheless, with 4 gigabytes RAM of computer, we can edit 4K footage freely with what we call the proxy. So stay tuned as I show you how to use it. Okay guys, we are here. This our 4K footage. So let me play it for you to see how it looks like, how it's playing. Okay, let's say this is checking. We could see that it's checking. Okay, it's not really playing smoothly. So now there's two ways we can start creating this proxy. You can import your clips already, they are here, then you create proxy, or before you import the clip, when you're setting up the project, I will show you how to do that. You set up ingest, set up so that it creates proxy immediately any clip is being imported. But since we are here, let's go straight to this one and show you how to create proxy with this. Okay, now if I come over to this clip here, there's a clip, and right click. If I right click, this is what we'll see. Right click, come over to proxy and say create proxy. So it loads up like this. You have your proxy and everything set up, but now this is already made templates and I have some other ones set up here. So but I'm going to be showing you how to set up a preset, a proxy preset, so that your proxy will be very smooth and customized. So, and I'm going to be putting up the presets on the description button so you can go ahead and download it. So first of all, let's close this guy. Okay, let's close this guy. Let's open up. Let's open up Adobe Media Encoder. So this is the media encoder, opening now. Okay, we are here now at media encoder. What we need to do here is to create a preset for our proxy. So how do we do that? You come over here. If your preset is not showing this preset, you come over to the presets and hit create, encode, create ingest. So but if it's showing, you come over here and you click on this plus sign. We create encoding preset first. So we click here, this window pops up like this. So what do we want to create? We create it as QuickTime, then preset base. We can choose any preset here, anyone. We'll go ahead and tweak it later. So let's, anyone, we'll go ahead and tweak it. So let me just choose this. Go ahead, don't worry, we'll go ahead and tweak this. Let's come to the codec, video codec. Let's select GoPro Cinephone. Why I'm taking GoPro, why I selected GoPro is because it's very light and it plays across any system you're using, whether it's Windows or Mac, it plays there. So the quality, we don't need quality because we are just creating proxy. What will help us to edit the real quality. So let's take this down to 1. Okay, then the media encoder shows, it comes up like this, height, base, everything based on source, but no, let's tweak it. We are not using based on source. Let's come over here with this guy locked in. So let's make this guy 1 and let's make this guy 720. We are good to go. So now frame rate, you know, the based on source. Okay, if you're sure of the frame rate, but this is not based on source, so let's put it to 25. So field order, low, no, let's put it to progressive. Aspect ratio, let's choose square pixels. Okay, then leave every other thing the way it is here. Let's leave every other thing the way it is. We don't need render at maximum depth because it's Proxy we are creating. So come over to effect here. This is the last thing we need to do here. Come over to effect, image overlay, image overlay. Check it. Okay, now let's apply it. Come over, choose your image overlay, because now what you're working on, most time you cannot differentiate between the proxy and the actual footage. So image overlay will allow us to differentiate the proxy. Don't worry, you will see it. I will have to put an overlay watermark on it. This is what I'm about to do. So I come over here, I look for my logo. This is the logo. I open it and put it. Okay, so where do I want the logo to be? At the middle or somewhere? I want it at the bottom right. Bottom right. Okay, then size, let's make it a little small, very small. We don't want it covering up everywhere. Let's put it on to 20. Then opacity, let's drop it down, way down, maybe on 22. So both opacity is on 20. So I think every other thing, leave it the way it is. Every other thing is okay the way it is. So let's go ahead and name our preset. We call this for proxy. No, for proxy. Yeah, we call this for proxy. Okay, for proxy. Then what do we do from here? We just okay it. So if you come over here, this is the preset we just created, and it's for proxy. You see it for proxy. So we are good to go with the presets. So the next thing we'll do, we hit it again. You know what we created is encoding preset. So now let's create ingest preset. Okay, so when you come over here, let's leave everything the way it is. So when you come over here, this is the way everything is. Copy file to destination. You don't need that. When you start your ingest setting, you can always change that from the Premiere. So let's check this box here. Okay, this box here is checked. Destination, leave it. You don't need it. You can set up the destination on your project. So your format, leave it. Most time you will see it this way, but take it back to the same format you created. Most time you will see it on the H264, but you have to switch it back to the format at which you created your encoding preset with, which is the QuickTime. So we take it to QuickTime, then come to preset. This is the preset we created for Proxy. So there's a lot of presets here. So we are using for Proxy the one we created for Proxy. So every other thing, leave it the way it is, and let's title this. We put this as Sam Presto Proxy preset. Okay, I think we are good to go. Then it will ask you for destination and all those stuff where you can save this. Copy, you choose the destination. Let's look for application, this, then we choose this guy. So you hit OK and it's good to go. So your preset is now here. We have our encoding preset, we have our ingest preset. So, but the last thing you need to do here again is to come over to this preset and right click and say export preset. So you hit export preset, it asks you the destination. I want it to be on the encoder. You can export it anywhere, but I just want it to be at the application folders. So media encoder, some Presto Proxy presets. Let's save it here. We are good to go. Your preset is there. So let's minimize this guy now. So let's come over to this guy. the footage here that we want to create a proxy for. So this is the footage. Let's right click now. Right click. Okay, let's right click. Now we come over to proxy and we hit create proxy. Okay, but now since we have two footage here, so let me do it this way. This, we have two footage here. Let me create this bin. So let me take the sequence here so that I stop getting confused. Okay. So since we have two footage here, this is footage. So let's go ahead and select the two footage. Then right click. Right click and we say create proxy. Because when you have multiple footage here, you right click, you don't have to create one by one. You just highlight all of them and right click and say create proxy. So now this is what we are going to do. Ingest, add ingest. So we have to add ingest. The ingest preset we created. So let's look for it at application, media encoder. This is it, San Presto's proxy. We add it, open. See it here already set up. So now destination next to original media in proxy. So the destination, I said you shouldn't bother yourself there. So every proxy we create will be next to the original. So I think we are okay. You hit okay. So it's creating the proxy already. So it's creating the proxy. If we open up our media encoder now, if we open up our media encoder now, you could see that the proxy is being created and it's very fast. It's moving fast, unlike when we are actually doing a rendering. Okay, our proxy is done rendering. So let's come over to here to the Premiere. So this is our Premiere now playing. Okay, it's still hanging. So this is what you need to do when you're done rendering the proxy. So you need to activate the proxy. So you come over to this window, the plus, then this is our proxy, toggle proxy, drag and drop it here. So okay, so now you have your proxy set. So if I on here, this is what I get. If I off it, this is what I get. So this is without proxy. You could see jerking a little bit. Then this is the proxy. When I on the proxy, for you to differentiate the proxy, you're seeing a sign, the logo I added here. It's like a watermark logo. So when I on it, that's when the proxy appears. When the logo appears, this logo over here. So why I did that, that's the image overlay I did over there, so that you know the difference. Most time when you're working, you might not know you're working on proxy, so you need to switch in between. When you switch to proxy, this logo shows. When you switch to the real video, which is this, the logo disappears. So that way it keeps me in check. When I see the logo, it just helps you know that this is proxy and that is the actual size. So now this is it. This our proxy. It plays very smoothly, unlike the actual video that is jerky a bit. And the actual video is 4K, 4.5K, while this proxy is just 720p. So now I'm editing on 720p with low quality. Unlike this is 4.5K. than 4.5K. So you could see the way the scaling extended. Then this is the proxy. You could see the way it compressed the scale a bit. So guys, this first way you can always create those proxies and use it. So let's go ahead and delete all this. Let me show you another way you can do this. Let's go ahead, delete this. So let's open up new project. Let me show you how you can set up proxy again when you're working on a project that's everything is short of 4K and you just want to make the project an ingest setting project so that every 4K footage that you import will just convert before even coming into the project. This is how you do it. New project. So on new project this way, let's call it proxy projects. So now when you open up your project, this is how it opens up. You see scratch this, come over to the ingest settings and check it. So on the copy, switch it to create proxy. So I had some former proxy I created here. So the new proxy, what do they call it? It says San Presto proxy preset. So this San Presto, this is another proxy I've been using. So let's come over here, look at here. This is the new proxy we created, San Presto proxy preset. Why is here? Because I've used it, I've added it on the media encoder. If I've not added it, you can always come here and add. This is it there. So because I've added it, you will see it there. Don't worry guys, if you don't know how to create this proxy, I'm going to be attaching this proxy on the description below, so you can go ahead and download it. It's very light, 300 something kilobytes. So go ahead, download it and use it. So it's already here. So on our preset, we select San Presto proxy presets, hit OK, same everything, proxy destination, same as projects, everything. So you hit OK and you're good to go. So what happens here, anytime you import any clip that has proxy, so let's go ahead and delete this old proxy that I created from the other one. So anytime you import any clip that is 4K that needs proxy, just drag and drop it here. So look what happened. It will open media encoder straight up and media encoder will start encoding it. Look at it. It's dropping it on media encoder already. And see it over here. Media encoder is already encoding it. Okay guys, it's done rendering. So let's come over here and see it. This is it. So we just imported this. So it's already playing as proxy. Playing very smooth. So, but we can come over here, toggle it again. You could see now this is not proxy, this is the actual footage. So there's two ways: create the ingest setting before the project, or when you import them here, you use the first method we just did. So there's two ways to do this: create the ingest setting when you're opening the project, or when you've imported your footages, you can always use the first method we did. I'll be dropping the ingest settings on my description button. Go ahead and download it and use it if you want to. And thank you for this tutorial. I think we are good. We are good with this. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. For more tutorials, click on the subscribe button and also get your friends to subscribe to, like, share, and invite people to watch it. This is San Presto from San Presto Films, and see you on the next video. Thank you.